Hey guys, welcome back to a new video, and today we're going to do something I've never done before. Mike and myself are checking out the Strange and Unusual Oddities shop. This is a place I've heard about recently because it was in the news because they opened up their very own Harry Potter themed cafe inside. Now I've never seen that movie, so I can't really tell if it's going to be accurate or not, so I'm going to rely on your feedback to let me know how it looks as far as compared to the movie. But really excited to check it out. I've always been interested in this type of thing, but never had a chance to check it out for myself, and I'm bringing you guys along with us, so if you're ready, let's get started. If you could tell me your name and when you started your business here.
I'm Josh Balls. I started the Strange and Unusual in 2015. 2013, we were about a mile down the road across from the Hoyt Library. We just moved to this location a little over a year ago. We opened January, February, March or May of 2018. So it's been a very, very good year just having a parking lot up here.
What do you specialize in here? Like, what's like the main draw that would bring people in here?
I think that's kind of a strange question, just because we do dabble in a little bit of everything. We dabble in, things from bath bombs to framed insects, taxidermy, Victorian furniture, antiques like lamps and things like that. I would say our biggest sellers are the bath bombs and the framed insects. And as of lately, the last few months, it's been like the witchcraft section. The crystal balls, your chakra stones, and things like that have been wildly popular the last I would even say 3 to 6 months. It's been I've had to expand our witchcraft or natural healing section. We had to double it basically. Okay. It was just so popular. I'm trying to make a little bit of everybody happy. We have a 13-year-old will come in and be like, oh, I love rabbit feet. But then we have a 60, 65-year-old woman that would come in and be like, oh, I love that antique radio. We used to sit in front of it when we were kids. So it's all walks of life can come in here and be interested in things. And I think that's the biggest thing about our store is, a lot of people don't know what we have in there. And if they don't give it a chance, they'll never know. But if they give it a chance, they see that they're like, oh man, I can get this or I can get that. And that's one of the biggest reasons why I did the cafe, to kind of introduce normal people to the Strange and Unusual.
Right. Now, the items that could be seen in here, is everything for sale, or is it more just props? Or
95% of everything is for sale. Okay. And 95% of everything is real. For the most part, if we have, if you see a skull, it's real. If you see a piece of taxidermy, it's real. I don't think we have 1 or 2 replicas maybe in the store, but it's everything that you see is mostly for sale, except for the lion. He was for sale for a while, but then I just realized over time, I was like, you know what? It's just one of those things I think I just have to keep in my personal collection, but keep it here on display. Mm-hmm. I've had a few people offer me obnoxious amounts of money for it, and I'm just like, I'll just keep it.
You'd be lost without it.
I'd be lost without it, yeah, for sure.
Now, do you take a request for if somebody wants a specific item that you don't have? Are you able to go out and find it?
I can find anything. If someone requests that they want a certain item, 9 out of 10 times I can probably find it. And the weirder the better, honestly, because it's more fun finding those very rare or weird things. But some things can be $1, but some things can be $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 a piece. So it just depends on their budget and the things like that. Because one, it's me finding it. It could be, some people like really rare collectible things. And it's even shrunken heads. A real shrunken head with paperwork and everything that's legal is $12,000. You know what I mean? So I've had a few people ask about those and try to source those, but then you tell them it's gonna be $10,000 or $12,000. They're like, never mind.
Is there any pieces that you could show that you can maybe talk to us a little bit about that would maybe
this ostrich right here that has a really cute hat. I actually got this from a collector in North Carolina, and I got him shipped here. And I got him shipped to our last location in down the other side of Kingston, and at the time we didn't have a parking lot, we didn't have a way to get it in the door, so this guy dropped off this giant palleted crate in the middle of Wyoming Avenue, and we had to unbox an ostrich in the middle of Wyoming Avenue, and people were stopping, slowing down, and what is going on? This is absurd. So that was a fun story with him, and we've had him for quite a while. We've had a few people that are interested in buying it. Everyone's always interested in buying everything, but a $2,200 purchase is kind of hard for something that's going to sit in your house.
Justify it, yeah.
Just most like bigger tax usually goes like businesses, things like that, where they can have it on display when you walk into their restaurant.
Right.
But I would be okay not selling it because I love it, and that's a big problem for me. It's like I love everything in the store. Like I'm very passionate about everything that's in this store. So it's tough when I see things go. I kind of have to like
attachment to it.
everything. I have to kind of disassociate myself with everything because I get like super attached. And at first I used to name stuff, and it was like heartbreaking selling things. I remember I had this one thing I was like, I'm not selling this. This is great. It was like this creepy haunted doll in this glass case. I was like, I'm not selling this. It's amazing. And actually my friend at 570 Tattooing, the Russos, Ron Russo's wife, Gina Russo, was just like, I want that. And I'm like, I'm not selling it. She's like, no, I want it. And I was like, no. And if anybody knows Gina Russo, I thought she was going to beat my ass, but I ended up selling it to them because I know where it's at least, and I know where to go visit it. But it's definitely it's a thing. But a lot of different things that you can be in here for days, and just kind of go through everything from your skeletons, your all your healing stones and things like that, and skulls and bath bombs and scrubs and wet specimens, taxidermy, skulls, antiques, religious things, candle banks and everything. There's just I try to pride myself in being that place where you can get that stuff. Like if you want a unique birthday present, gift, anything like that, it's like you don't have to go to Walmart anymore or IKEA around here. You can come to a place and be like, you'll never see this anywhere else. Here you go, So that's what I kind of want to be, is like that one of a
And on top of
kind.
that, they're supporting a local business,
Yeah,
It's not a big chain store.
Yeah, it's just me. I'm just trying to. I take all the money that I make and I invest it back into here. You know what I mean? Like whether it's the Strange and Unusual or opening a cafe that's cool for something that doesn't exist. You go to a regular cafe and it's just like, okay, cool. You have
Starbucks.
Yeah, like all right, cool. Right now, at least you can sit down and like. I like it because I saw this young couple the other day, like on a date, and I thought it was like the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. And I'm like, man, I'm like making people happy. Or like, there's like little girls or boys that like we'll give them a wand and we'll make them say spells, and we'll have like a little fire and things like that. And they're just like, they're so happy. And I was like, I didn't know that that's what would make me happy. Is like seeing like other people happy is like the best thing you can do. I was like, this is great. I was like, I might cry today. I don't know. I'm not sure. So it took me about a month and a half of coming here every day to make this little section. Even though it's not a very big section, but I was very attentive to detail when I did it. In the space of initially there was no wall there, there was no hole there. There was a wall there, and my office was actually in the back. So I just transformed everything and put the brick. I put the brick. Yeah, come on in. Yeah. When I put the brick wall up.
Friend who lives in Maryland.
Oh yeah, when I did things like I had my friends Scott and Matt make these custom tables, which are from old barnwood. Like, you'll never find these tables again. They're custom made. Scott Nichols and Matt Blaze. Well, actually Matt actually cut his hand off after making these tables because he switched the blade and switched the blade back. So these were the last 4 tables that he made with 2 hands, which is like the coolest story ever. But no, they're awesome. They did such a great job, and they definitely don't get enough recognition. I think like things like Scott has made crazy. He makes these crazy lighting fixtures that are all out through my store, and Matt, he's a very good woodworker. He did the tops of my my counter, and he did all the tables, and he did such a great job. But everybody that kind of pitched in helped. Like even these vines that I literally drug out of the woods, and then had to pin them in that direction. The hanging lights and the moving portraits are actually people that work here.
You do?
That's Bryden, that's me, that's Heather, and that's Aaron. They're actually, we did it with a green screen. My friend Michael Bellardi filmed them behind a green screen, mapped them all out, and we did like, I separated them so they're like on a loop that continuously will eventually we're gonna have them interact with each other and like jump in between portraits and things like that. But yeah, it took me about a month and a half to do everything where it comes to like sourcing the right things, making sure everything is just correct, and when people walk in, like her is just excited, you know what I mean? Like that's the whole point of everything. It's like people that like Harry Potter are excited about everything, you know, that from not only this spot, but it kind of transforms into this spot where it looks like it's not a Harry Potter cafe, it's a Harry Potter inspired cafe, you know what I mean? It's like something that you would go into Hogwarts, and this is a coffee shop that would be in Hogwarts, or that would be in Diagon Alley or something like that. So that's what I kind of want to portray, is like, if you come in here, there's no actual Harry Potter stuff except for like one or two random things that I'm probably going to change out, honestly. But I want it to be like more of something that you'd go into that world.
Oh, yeah, like immerse you into that
yeah,
environment.
yeah. So it's like, I want to have that environment, not like I could have been cheesy and like licensed Harry Potter like stuff and had like a sorting hat and all that, and like I didn't want it to be goofy. I wanted it to be true to that world, you know what I mean? That you know, the Hogwarts, like Diagon Alley, like you'd go, like if Harry went in the movie to a cafe, this is what they would go to, you know, kind of like when they went to the Leaky Cauldron, same thing. So that's what kind of I tried to capture with this little spot, was just little bits and details of, you know, running wires and doing this and hanging the candles and the lighting and the brooms flying in the air and you know, very specific things like the footprints and things like that. So yeah, and like I said, I try not to be cheesy. I wanted nothing to do with being cheesy. I want it to be like cool, you know what I mean? When you know, a little kid comes in, they're so excited, but also when, you know, someone my age, or you know, even into their 40s, there's been people like in their 50s and 60s come in and be like, oh, this is great, you know, it's like a place that they're like, I get it. And I was like very excited about how they did that. So I think I did a good job, and there's just more to come. Like we're gonna do, we don't even have ice drinks yet. We're gonna do iced butterbeer and yeah, like crazy, like cool stuff, and add more. Like I want to do cake pops that are golden snitches and anything that kind of like immerses you into that world. So I hope when people say, you know, be inspired by the Harry Potter world, I hope people like understand and they notice it.
How can people find you are you on Facebook?
So we have a Facebook, it's a Strange and Unusual. We actually have another location in Philadelphia, which is 523 South 4th Street. That's just a Strange and Unusual. Our hours are 12 to 8 Tuesday through Saturday and 12 to 5 on Sundays. You can find us at The Strange and Unusual on Instagram. You can find us on Oddities Parlor on Twitter. You can also find us on Facebook. So we're on every social media outlet. We post all the time of new products coming in, or you know, updated. You know, all of our updated information usually gets posted on social media. So to find us, that's probably the best way, rather than just coming in.
Okay, great. Well, thank you for your time. I appreciate you talking to me.
Yeah, thanks for coming in. I appreciate it.
Okay guys, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed the look at the Strange and Unusual Oddities parlor. And also don't forget Steamy Hallows Harry Potter inspired cafe. It's a pretty awesome place. I wish I knew about it sooner. I've always wanted to visit a place like this. I've seen TV shows about similar businesses, and to see it for myself is really, it's like walking into almost an abandoned place and also like a museum, because a lot of the items we saw inside we also see for ourselves in some of the locations that we film. And on top of that, nearly everything in there is for sale, and they encourage you to come in to take pictures, take video, and if you want a cup of coffee or hot chocolate, the cafe is right there. As I mentioned, I'm not a fan of Harry Potter. I've never watched the movie, so you guys let me know in the comment section if it is something that resembles, you know, Harry Potter itself. So, Mike, you have any thoughts?
It was pretty neat. I didn't expect half the stuff that's in there, but it was pretty neat. A lot of the stuff we did have actually saw, like, while we were exploring too, some of the old furniture and stuff like that. But it was pretty neat, pretty cool find. I liked it.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be returning to check it out a lot more. You could literally spend all day in there and probably not see everything. Also, all his information will be linked down below in the description, such as his Facebook page, the business phone number, names, anything that you want to get more information on, or to find out what hours, stuff like that will all be shared down below. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, consider subscribing and ring that notification bell. And lastly, thanks so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you in the next video.